In this video, we're going to set up a button for the Arduino. So the things we need a button, we need a 10K resistor, and we need 3 wires, one to ground, one to power, and then one is our signal wire. So to start out, I'm going to put this button over the bridge. So we're going to make sure that these claws, 2 claws go on each side. Now when we're looking at this button up close, on the side, you can kind of imagine that the wire between these two is actually the same wire. They are in fact connected all the time, and so are these. When I push on the button, it actually connects the wires that are across from each other. So what that means then is that this wire is connected to this wire. Okay. So whenever we're wiring these, we are going across from each other. Now crossing the bridge, knowing that these two are the exact same wire, we're going to make sure that on each side of the bridge is a wire that's not currently connected to each other. So we'll push that in there. Sometimes the first time it can be a little hard. You might have to bend them to make them fit. Next, I'm going to bring some power to the wire. Now this 5 volts, it can come from, if you were to make a power bar, I don't have one here, you could do that, or you could go right from the 5 volts. The 5 volts is a little bit further away, so we're way over here. Now I'm going to start with the one on the left side here. So that means power is coming across here. Now over on this side here, we do have currently power as well from the same 5 volts, regardless of if the button is pressed or not. However, on this side, on the right side, we have no power on either side until we press the button. So we could wire this 2 ways. We could now actually go from this side, because remember the power is going to run up here, across, and then back this way. We could go right here into our signaling wire. And by signaling, I mean that you're now telling that the Arduino, like, yes, we have received power here. So you can use any of these digital inputs to do that. Now you do have to make sure your pin mode is in input, so it's recognizing that we're looking for power to be either on or off. Now I tend to prefer not to do it this way, only for when I'm setting up my ground. If you were to set it up the way it currently is, you would actually have errors quite often, especially because we still have to bring this to ground as well. So what I'm meaning by that is on our signaling side, we would have to bring this all the way back here. I can barely reach to ground over here. Now it kind of looks like a mess, which is the other reason I don't like this. But at this point, it would actually complete the circuit if I push the button, but you'd get a lot of potential errors. It might backfeed out of the ground and try telling our Arduino that yes, there is power there, but that little bit of power is just coming from the ground. All right, so I don't like to wire it that way, so I'm gonna get rid of both of those. So if it looks confusing, that's fine. I wouldn't wire it that way. I'm gonna go across here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna take my signaling wire there. Now I did say that we still need to go to ground. Now I'm going to use this 10K resistor to go to ground. So I'm going to go right to my ground bar. I think this looks a lot less confusing when I'm looking at it and to see what's happening here. So far, the power is going to come out of my 5 volts. It's going to come through the left side. I push the button. It's going to come through the right side. Now the power is going to go 2 places. It's going to go in through my sensor wire, but it's also going to go back to ground, completing our circuit. Now my ground is not hooked up to my ground bar, so I will want to do that. So we'll just put that in there, and I'll go to this closer ground here. Now what this 10K resistor is going to do is it's going to prevent electricity from flowing back from the ground or maybe from some other device that you've plugged in here and trying to go back up the sensor wire and confusing it.